Hi guys, and welcome back. And this is going to be short and sweet because I had to go early on this, and I'm under a bit of pressure. But we had two really good questions. I'm going to try to find a co-host. If you know anyone who'd like to co-host this with me, it would be great. But two questions I got. The first was about nutrition, so I might actually get Laurie on, or if you know of any good nutritionists, just please like message us and I'll just go through it really quickly, but I'd love to get like an actual good sports nutritionist on. Um, they talked about diet, protein, racing weight, supplements, creatine. I'm sure you covered before, but an interesting revisit. So I said I'm going to get someone on diet, just healthy diet. Like just like if 90% of what you're doing is good, are you having good meals? Are you eating like veg? Um, are you having like your meats or equivalents for your proteins? Um, you know, like things that don't like maybe spike your blood sugar as much. Uh, Protein, yeah, I have protein after every run or every workout I do. So I have um it's like zero sugar, zero additive ones. One thing I was going to talk about was actually like um I think don't be striving for 100%. So I was having this pro I watched that Game Changers documentary on Netflix about like vegan and all. Now I eat meat and eat dairy, but they were talking about like, dairy not being great for you. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay eat meat because I like it and it is a good source of protein. But I switched to almond milk and I switched to a kind of like vegan protein powder. Now this is un I always have unflavored protein powders anyway, but like it was on like you get used to it because I'd have a banana. I always have like frozen spinach or kale in it. I'd have oat milk with it, and then I'd yeah, that would be it. And then twice a week I have creatine, which they've put in here. Um, I basically right, it's like cement. Honest to God, it was. If I gave it to someone, it was you'd struggle to drink it. Now I got used to it, and I actually liked that it was so. In ways, I like that it was so like no sugars in it. Like it didn't feel sweet at all. So it's like, look, this is what it says on the tin here. But I've just gone to like an unflavored whey protein now, and I've looked on the ingredients, and there isn't many like sweet. I'm always wary of like sweeteners and stuff, but it's unflavored. Doesn't seem to be any added sugars or added real sweeteners, which is great. But it's just the texture is so much easier to drink. And I don't know if whey is more like naturally occurring as like a little bit sweeter naturally. With the banana, it's been like, honest to God, it's been a game changer. And it just got me thinking, it's like, do you know what? If I'm having a protein shake after every every workout with spinach in it, um, I've gone back on like full fat milk with water, half and half on my porridge, and it feels like a dessert compared to the almond milk. So, and um, I'd have a rake of um not like flax seeds and nuts. So like I just buy loads of it on that Linwoods. So I'll just go through quickly what my diet is that might help people, and there's not too many questions to answer. So my bread, like I eat the same basically every day. The dinners change, but everything else stays basically the same. So I will get I'll have porridge. I'll have the smaller like oats if it's in the morning because I'm going to work out, and I'll have the larger oats in the nighttime. But I'll have porridge. It'll have like probably 4 or 5 teaspoons of like flax seeds, but like sunflower seeds or the cute, there's pink one. I don't like flaxseed on its own, but like pink one, I have like rakes here. I'll get one. Like that's the one I have now. I have the pink one. So like I'm not sponsored by them or anything. If they want to sponsor me, great. I have literally like 12 of them over there. Save myself a fortune. Um, so I'll have that with cinnamon. It's meant to help boost testosterone, I heard. So I like the taste of it as well. Cinnamon and that, and then some honey. for breakfast. I'll always have then a liter or 2 liters I'll make up of water with lemon juice. Then when I do my workout, I will have uh, a spinach smoothie. So it'll be spinach. It's gone now to unflavored whey protein. It was unflavored kind of vegan protein. Um, and that'll have oat milk and a banana in it. Have that after my workout. I generally tend to try have drank the liter of water before I need to go for the workout, and then fill up about a liter again, and be taking that during the day. Then I have my dinner during the day. And it depends on like what lectures or what's going on. I generally have it quite early. Like, my ideal thing is like I'll have a dinner and it could be like 12 o'clock. I have a dinner is at like half 11 and then go for a nap and then wake up. And the dinner is, but like, 12, 1 o'clock, I'll have dinner. I like having a bigger meal then to kind of regulate my eating. So I will have like baby potatoes, a load of veg, like a load of veg. So there was like, it's like maybe half a kilo of carrots in a dinner probably. Then like peppers, broccoli, like whatever, like it depends on what type of dinner, but like loads veg in with your dinner. Then your meat's like just chicken generally or fish. My wife hates fish. I'd probably eat fish every day if I could cook it here because she hates the smell. But yeah, just chicken. Um, that's it. And then I'll have an orange or I'll have an apple. Orange if I'm home because it's a bit more messy. Apple if I'm at work down in Waterford. And then I will have two pita breads. We'll have like a butter leaf lettuce, tomatoes, and again a lot of meat in it, like a lot of chicken or maybe mackerel, like tin mackerel in it, um, with some mayonnaise. And then I'll have the wholemeal ones, like um Dunnes Stores have like 100% wholemeal, and you can really taste the difference. They're a little smaller, so you might need three of them, but they're absolutely gorgeous. Um, then I will always have like a bowl of porridge, and I might have like a square dark chocolate or something with a cup of tea if I'm around here. Then snacks might be another like porridge scone. Uh, yeah, and that's basically what I eat. Like that's the day. Um, or for a snack, it might be another bowl of porridge. That's if I was really like if I was hungry and like wasn't eating, but I always have two bowls of porridge. I'll have two pita breads. I'll have a dinner, and I'll always have that. Like I'll cook up dinner earlier the day before, and to have that during the day, and then yeah, and I'll have a piece of fruit and a banana and a protein shake, and that's what I have. Racing weight isn't a thing. Um, you'll get in trouble trying to think about racing weight. Just get fit, and you'll be roughly the weight you want to be. Um, if like even sometimes you go to people and it's like, oh, you're under fueling or over fueling. If you're not putting on weight or you're not losing weight, you're generally eating appropriate for like the eating appropriately for your training status. Supplements then I'll have a multivitamin. I started taking like creatine. I take that like twice a week when I do my strength training now. And I haven't really noticed much of a difference to be fair, but I haven't noticed a negative effect with it either. So yeah. So multivitamin, sometimes like cod liver oil tablets, and then um a bit of creatine, and then obviously the spinach smoothie. Yeah, so again, I'll go get someone on and go over that correctly, but like that's a kind of whistle stop tour on that one. Then just wondering what your views on suitability but junior park runs for young children. Distance is 2K. The lower age limit is 4 years old. Yeah, look, I don't have actually I don't have any problems with junior park runs. Obviously, as long as they're not competitive, just go out and if they're running them, 2K is a relatively short distance. Like they can walk, if you're 4 or 5 or 6 or even 10, you might struggle with 2K. But if you just walk a bit and then run a bit and walk a bit, like it's good to get that uh, aerobic exercise. Where I have an issue is where people will start to like target these, like getting people used. used to getting longer stuff. Now, there's two things I'm going to say to this. It's like, first, it's good to learn how to run aerobically when you're younger, but not to the stage where um you're doing way longer distances at that age. At that age, you should be doing kind of shorter distances, developing your speed. Uh, cross countries, they're kind of at that level for a reason. Now, it can be frustrating because there's a lot of kids who are coming in the 50s, like a guy who comes to us, like, he's over in America now, like Peter Lynch. He was the national marathon record holder. He just lost it recently, but he's ran 209. He's a national 10 mile record holder. Um, like he was coming in the 50s, 60s in younger races because he doesn't have that much power. He was like runners are generally like late developers because they're skinny. They're not like your big horse of guys who are super powerful and they can win a 600-meter race. So like if there was probably 2000-meter races, it probably would have really encouraged him. Now he stayed in the sport. Um, so it's getting this balance between, do you overly focus on it? Because then, like, even the girl who won the marathon at 19, I wouldn't be mad for that, to be fair, because look, he got a lot of publicity and it's good, but it's like, where do you go from there? You need to kind of be developing the speed because you'll kind of cap yourself, like, so I be when like a lot of research would show like playing multiple sports when you're younger um leads to better, like more likelihood of being pro or being elite later on because you're developing all these movement patterns. So it's the same as that. It's like if you're doing a 2K junior park run, getting around 2K and keeping that aerobic up and even learning how to run aerobically, that's great as long as you're keeping in the other stuff, as long as you're keeping in maybe some sprinting, they're doing field sports. It's probably a nice balance. You just don't want to go so far where it's like, oh well, we're just training them for longer events. Like if you can keep them in, encourage them that like, look, you're not probably as good on the power or speed stuff, but as the distances improve, you'll stay at it. Um, which is always hard to do. Um, they'll get better results. So yeah, it's a tough one. I've no problem with the junior park run. As long as it's not taken too seriously, it's not a big deal. And as long as you don't start focusing exclusively on distance, like you see some people and it's like they're doing the normal park run and they're only like 10 or 11. And look, again, doing a normal 5K at 10 or 11 once or twice or whatever is no issue at all. It's actually probably good. And my friends coach underage, are coaching under 12s, under 10s, under 14s, and they're teaching people how to run aerobically, which is great. Like it's not just everything hammered. And I think they're really good skills to develop. As I said, where the issue can come is when that's all they're doing, or they're pushing off the 10K and it's like, oh, isn't it unbelievable? Like they're only this age and they can run this for 5K and this for 10K. And it's like, yeah, they really shouldn't be running 10K yet. They should be developing the aerobic and then maybe running shorter distances. And even if they're not doing as well, they're at least developing that kind of speed element that's much harder to develop. Like your aerobic can improve, nearly forever as you get stronger. But like that kind of top end speed, at 12, 13, you're developing a lot of the neuromuscular pathways to kind of get those. And then it's like speed endurance improves and you top out with that about 23 of like when you'll kind of hit your max speed, but like you kind of learning those things early on. So yeah, just don't overly focus on them, but don't be worried about them running 2K that it's going to cause any damage or anything that. It's actually a good idea to get used to like doing certain longer events and giving them all these like different movement capacities. Okay, I'm going to keep that short and sweet. If anybody does know of um if anyone does know of a good nutritionist that we can get on, um I'd love to have them just talk through all the key stuff that they see. Okay, any questions that you have? I'm just going to check actually just before I go. Just going to brilliant. No, that's great. Okay, talk to you next week. Take care.